Back on another disturbing breakdown. Now we're gonna show you some things in this video. How they're gonna tell you a lot of these products that they have on the table that the mass is actually consuming. They're gonna tell you it contains cancer. No doubt about it. And you keep seeing me doing videos on these things. Every day is another one show up. One of your trusted brand or product that you used to use or you want right now, they're gonna tell you contain some kind of cancer material. You have to understand this is the world you live in. You better get used to it. This is what the world gonna be. Pay attention here. Just make it run.
A new report shows more teens are turning to a drug called Delta-8 THC.
You hear that, people? Delta-8 TLC or THC as they call it. But you have to pay attention, people. Why is it named Delta? Remember, the Delta is a devil coding 100%. As you could see this one in all plaid come to bring you this shit right here. I told you the world is heading for destruction and they're showing their hands. Pay attention here.
Known as diet weed.
Okay, so it's diet weed. Do you hear that, people? Now they have diet weed, and that's what the problem is. Pay attention here. Listen.
The American Medical Association reports 11% of high school seniors have used it. So far, researchers are unsure of the drug's side effects or how it could be impacting those who use it.
Yeah, but where is the drug come from, people? Where does it come from? Remember, the regular people does not create these drugs. You have to understand that. All of it is devil come, bring it to you, the devil peoples. You understand all these companies and these devil products. Yes, that's what poison the masses. So remember, this no regular people create and make these things. So you have to understand it's the same government people that making you aware of it right now and tell you it's a new supposedly marijuana, you know, diet marijuana. What a damn joke. Pay attention here.
NBC News medical contributor Dr. Kavita Patel joins us now to break it
Laugh,
down.
you ain't
Doctor,
no
good to
damn
have
doctor.
you with us. So first of all, what is Delta-8 THC and how's it different from the traditional Delta-9, which is what we see in marijuana?
Delta-9, that's what you see in the regular marijuana, I guess. You believe that, people? The Delta-9, that's a coding, people. Wow, unbelievable the things that they've introduced into the masses. They're playing like these things just pop up from nowhere, just like they tell you about the fentanyl. Where does it come from? I'm asking you, people, crack cocaine and them things, where you think it come from? It's science. You have to understand that these chemists put that shit together. It's not regular people in the street did it. That's science at its best, people. Them mixing some chemical, putting together for the human being to consume for eye. It's all by design. So don't let them fool you like these things just pop up in the street, made by street people. It's them. They're the one who give you the fentanyl and all. It's the same medical industry producing these things for the masses' demise. Listen.
Yeah, Joe, I think it's easier to actually describe kind of the plant marijuana, the image of the leaves that people know in their head. And that plant can produce hundreds of different chemical compounds.
It's bullshit, people. It's 100% bullshit. So they're trying to tell you that marijuana grown naturally producing all these chemicals. You believe it is bullshit. 100% bullshit. All those chemicals that's in the marijuana is actually put there by all the supposed treatment that you give it to grow it. That's exactly why the chemical exists in the weed. You understand? The chemical in the weed is what they use to grow it. How they treat it and all, people. There's no natural chemical. I already told you that. All chemical is man-made. All chemical is dangerous to human beings.
Some of which are what we primarily know as the most psychoactive compound, Delta-9 THC, or just what most people refer to as THC.
Wow.
But in this case, one of those compounds can also be something called Delta-8, or what you were referring to appropriately as diet weed.
Wow,
and the reason
diet weed, and of course they're gonna show you it in green and some sugar. Basically, this is gummies right here they give you to eat, and if you know what make that shit, the gelatin, you never fucking put it in your mouth, people. What is this? I already told you they're the one who creating new ways to destroy the masses. It's a time now, a time of destruction of the people themselves. So pay attention to what they're introducing. They're introducing hell on earth.
So similar to Delta-9 is because it looks exactly the same chemically, Joe,
Yes,
except for on one of its rings, there's a bond that is just slightly different. And so literally, if you looked at it quickly, chemically, it almost looks exactly the same.
What the fuck is you talking about? If you look at it chemically, what a damn joke. Like I tell you, they're the one who introducing these things to the masses. Pay attention to what they're trying to explain to you here, and you understand. They're the one who put these dangerous things out there for the masses.
Different. And so literally, if you looked at it quickly,
if you look at it quickly, what does that mean? You're talking about in a lab setting? Listen to this.
It almost looks exactly the same, but it has slightly different effects. The reason it's called diet weed is because it has less euphoric effects than Delta-9, but it has the exact same properties because it does look almost exactly the same. So that's where the confusion comes from, and the terms Delta-8 and Delta-9.
What a joke, people. The Delta-8, Delta-9 is just coding. Anything you hear them call Delta in this devil earth, including a string of the COVID-19 virus. What a damn joke for the masses. You don't get it. The Delta is important to them. That's why they have Delta Sigma. That's why they have Delta planes. Everything is fucking Delta and the masses.
Using enough. Delta-9 is what's much more regulated and had actually been passed by law in 2018 to kind of be designated as the more active, what we would consider medical marijuana.
Bam. So you see that, people? Of course, the government people, them come in. First they tell you that marijuana is this dangerous drug. You need to stay away from it. Why did they tell you that? Because it's something that they didn't have control of. It's something that just show up that they didn't expect. So now what they have to do is take it over, surround it, capture it, make it theirs before they ever gonna tell you that it's something that is good for you. Medical marijuana. Just like you get medicines, it's legal for them to serve it up to you. Just call it medical marijuana. What a damn joke. As soon as they get a hold of it, where every single piece of marijuana come out, every fucking seed, everything that come out from a marijuana, gonna be them. Do you get it? They have full control of it now, how it grows and everything, the pricing and everything, and that's why they can make it legal now and call it medical marijuana. They despise it when they didn't have control of it. Now that they supposedly control it now and making it what it is, serving you up nothing but chemical, of course now they owned it. Bam.
Everything else, including Delta-8, is considered not as psychoactive or medical, even though it technically is.
What a
Got
joke.
it. All right. Thank you for explaining that one.
Go back a little bit.
Marijuana. Everything else, including Delta-8, is considered not as psychoactive or medical, even though it technically is.
Wow.
Got it. All right. Thank you.
What a joke, people. Are you kidding me? Wow. They have to use the word psycho. Can you believe that? Wow.
Explaining that one for us. So this report from JAMA, what stood out to you in it? Are you surprised that more than 1 in 10 teens is using this?
Where would they get it from, people? Where was these teens get these drugs from? Where did they get it from, people? These things that they're experimenting with, where does it come from? The same people who control you put it out there to destroy the youths. Like I tell you, they're the one who most vulnerable. They're the one who they're after. Right now with the teaching, with the drug, with every damn thing, the pollution, mostly heading for the youth brain. You understand? Yes, so when the youth get supposed to be, a certain programming, a certain things about them now, the future is open and ready now. Now you can see what the future gonna be with these youths and what they do to their brain. You understand what I'm saying here? Listen.
A lot of teens and adults using Delta-8 because if you drive anywhere, especially go to places like Nashville, Tennessee, Joe, you'll see a lot of stores that actually advertise this because, because of that technical loophole.
A lot of stores advertising it because what a technical loophole. There is no loophole in this world unless they create it. And if they create a loophole, what is there for? The destruction of the masses. Move.
A new study found that consuming more than 2 liters of diet soda per week can increase the risk of an irregular heartbeat.
Listen to this right here, people. So they mention diet weed basically are, a diet version of weed. And now they're going to tell you about these diet soft drinks that they tell you was good for you. You never understand, people. You never get it. You see, when they put something on the table and then they're there and you using it and you're using it, and then the destruction show up, they're gonna say, listen, don't worry about it. It's not like we make it to destroy you. So now we're gonna make a lighter version. We're gonna use a different ingredients. Because in this drink they tell you, oh, there's so much sugar in there. So now we're gonna cut out the sugar. Remember, they don't use sugar in soft drinks. Those Coca-Cola and them shits is not sugar in them, people. It's corn syrup. High fructose corn syrup, which is 10 times, 20 times dangerous than the regular sugar. Do you know that? So yes, when you're running from sugar, they give you corn syrup. You said, oh, it's too sweet and it's still giving you diabetes and all of these things. So guess what? They're going to make you a diet, supposedly soda, which is going to be more deadly, way more deadly than the one that you're supposed to be running from. That's the world you live in, people. Anything they give you and tell you is diet. Just like I mentioned with the vegans. You don't want to eat like the regular humans. You don't want to eat the regular poison that they feed them. Yes, they make one specially for you. And I guarantee you gonna kill you faster. That's how the government, wicked people work on this side of the earth. So when they come and they say, you listen, we have a diet Coke right here. It's better than the Coke itself. But no, it's actually more dangerous. So they target the people who think they have some sense, who think they are woke. So yes, you're gonna be, I'm up on that. So now I'm aware of it. So now you're looking for something different and bam, the government have you with something more wickeder than the one that you're running from.
Study was published in the journal Circulation. It examined more than 200,000 people and found those who drank roughly 6 cans of cola a week were 20% more likely to develop the condition atrial fibrillation, also known as AFib.
Listen.
During atrial fibrillation, the heart's upper chambers, called the atria, beat chaotically and irregularly.
Yes, and this is what a lot of people don't understand. All of these things is affecting your blood. Remember, people, the blood is what keeping you alive. A lot of people don't understand that. The blood can get contaminated. The blood can get old. The blood can just get expired. Do you understand that? You have to get it, people. That's why the wicked people of this earth, most of them basically get blood transfusion every so often. Why? They have to get rid of that old blood, put in younger, supposedly human being blood in. Do you understand that? The older the blood get, it more being defective. Do you know that? You have to understand that the blood is getting weaker. It's getting all these foreign objects in it and all. That's why people die. That's why people have complication. Your blood too sweet, you're going to have a problem. All of these things is affecting your blood that going to turn around and affect your body. So pay attention to what they're feeding you for sugar. You're running from sugar and they have something better for you, supposedly, which is worse. 100% worse than the real sugar. And that's the reason why they bring it to the table. Do you get it? You try to escape from the devil, people. They have something worse for you waiting.
Coming from the Mayo Clinic. I want to bring in Dr. David Majur. He joins us now. He's a cardiologist at New York Presbyterian Weill Cornell Medical Center. Doctor, thanks so much for joining us.
Look at the face.
I want to ask, first off, this study looked at more than just diet soda. What else did we learn from it?
What else?
Yeah, thank you, Michael. Well, it really looked at 3 different things. It looked at consumption of sugary beverages, artificially sweetened beverages, and pure juice.
Yes, pure juice. Hold on here, people. Remember, I already told you what's the sweetening in those drinks is. Your iced tea, no matter what it is, they can tell you it's real juice. They're still gonna put that high fructose corn syrup in it. Why? It's not because it's the only sweetness they got and it's the best sweetness. It's because the one that gonna destroy your body. That's what they do, people. I'm gonna ask you a question. What's wrong with sugar from sugar cane? What's wrong with it? It's too natural. Do you get it? So now you have to go to sugar beets, a sweet type of potato. It's a potato, a starch, a starchy object. Now they can process it GMO styles to give you sugar. Oh, that's not enough? Okay, hold on. They go for the corn. Remember, corn don't make sweet. Corn don't give you sweet. And when I go back, in time and think about some things that I used to, Corn never used to be, not even slightly sweet, people. Corn just used to be, starch. For the most part, you never taste no sweetness in corn. All of a sudden, all these sweet corns and all of these things come around. Why? It's GMOs. So I already told you about the microorganism in the corn, meaning it's the bacteria in the corn. Them scientists that you call them and chemists seek that out, take it out, retrieve the bacteria out the corn, use that bacteria to create syrup. Do you understand that? They use that bacteria and create more corns, and those corn can create syrup. How did they do that? Yes, it's a way how they have to feed you on this side of the earth for your destruction. It's simple as that. They want to give you all these fake food, fake chemicals that they made up to destroy you. That's the reason why they give you high fructose corn syrup, nothing else. Yes, it's sweeter, it's more dangerous than real sugar. Why did you put some kind of, stigma on the real sugar? Just to give us corn syrup? Just to give us diet sugar? No, people, this is wrong. And a lot of people still don't understand what's going on in this world. Why they tell you about certain things in the food, all of a sudden you said, oh, they're telling truth. But the only reason why they tell you is because now they want to move on. So now they tell you that, hey, the sweetness is hurting you, even though we're making all these Coca-Cola with the sugar. We go make a change now and give you a diet. You get a diet Coke now. It's worse than the real Coke, the other one that you used to drink with the sugar. Do you get it? This is how the devil world runs.
Basically what they were doing is following a large group of patients, about 200,000 patients in the UK, and seeing about their consumption patterns, how much different types of foods they ate, and what sort of drinks they had. They looked at these things over about 5 years. And
they lie, people. All studies that they tell you about on the news is a lie. It's a fake shit to make you bend in a certain direction. This is how the government people work, using the damn media and TV.
For 10 years. And they showed, not surprising, we've known this, that sugary beverages are associated with bad cardiovascular things. And in this case, they showed a 10% increased risk of atrial fibrillation.
And that's what they did, people. They exposed that. So now the masses think they know something. So they slap the Diet Coke, bam, right in your damn face. Do you understand how they work on that? The only reason why they tell you the sugary drink is destroying your body is to bring the Diet One to the table. You're a little bit health conscious, bam, they got you. Anything that said diet is there to catch a different set of people that thinking they're gonna escape what's going on. They got them right where they want to. So every time you see they come and they expose something and show it up, you best believe now they're trying to sell you something else. The only reason why they mention the Coke is destroying your body is because they want to sell you the Diet One. And you're sitting there thinking it's better you're in a world of hurt.
But what was surprising was they also showed a 20% increase in the risk of atrial fibrillation with artificially sweetened beverages.
Remember, they have to mention artificial sweetening because all of them is artificial sweetening in it, people. Remember, that gonna kill your fast, and that's exactly what they want. Again.
Also, interestingly, if you drink less than 1 liter of pure juice, there was a slight reduction in the risk of atrial fibrillation.
Interesting. You know what? I think some people, when they hear the word diet, they assume healthy.
See, there you go, people. They're the one who put that stigma in your head. Remember, diet is a supposedly healthy way to live. Diet. Once I mention diet, what you think they're doing, people? I always told you about the dieting is bullshit. It's 100% bullshit. So you're eating up all these bad food and then it make you fat. Now you're gonna go on a diet, and what's the diet? Eat something else. Is that good, people? You're still gonna eat. It's just gonna change your diet. The diet don't mean that you stop or slow down these food. It just means that you have different things on the table. You're still packing in the poison food, period. You're still packing in the chemical. You're eating out of a bag, a plastic bag. You're eating out of boxes. You're eating all these produced food. All of it is chemical. So yes, people, there is no escape that shit on this side of the earth. That's all they have to offer. Bam.
Soda actually do to the body?
Yeah, that's a really good question. You have to take it in the context. The diet drinks were really developed or marketed to help us get rid of the sugar that we were consuming,
You hear that?
which we know is very bad.
Listen.
Sugary drinks are associated with obesity, diabetes, a host of cardiovascular.
And the ones that said diet associated with cancer. So which one you want? You want the obesity? You want the supposedly diabetes? Or you want the cancer in your cells? Which one you want? That's what I try to tell you. It's simple as that right there. They give you the ones that you know that gonna do these things to your body. You already know. You're gonna make you fat. You're gonna sweeten your blood. You're gonna give you diabetes and complication. So you go for the diet one that don't do that. But guess what it do? It planting the seed for cancer. That's exactly what they do. And most of these things that they tell you about that mention diet do just that. Destroying your body. Move.
A new warning from the CDC about melatonin. That's
Listen.
a widely used supplement to help people sleep.
Listen, people, we have more problem again on the table. This time it's about sleep. And first of all, you drinking those diet sodas and these things that they have on the table, of course it's affecting your sleep, people. You don't understand. Those are caffeine. You don't get it. These are made chemical caffeine. They're feeding you in a soft drinks, energy drink and these things. Yes, it's bad sweet, and it's also, messing up your whole body with that caffeine, throw you off your sleeping pattern. And don't worry about them moving back and forth with the damn time. You've been controlling a controlled environment. Watch this.
Health officials say the number of children who've accidentally taken adult melatonin and ended up in the emergency room has quadrupled.
None of these things happens by accident. They're always talking about the youths, accidentally taking these pills. No, those pills should never be in your household to begin with. But you stupid, a blind sheep. And that's the reason why those things gonna happen. Or you're prone to have these things happen to you. Pay attention.
In the past decade, CBS's Meg Oliver has tonight's Health Watch.
You're watching your health?
For some,
Look at this.
melatonin is a miracle, an over-the-counter
Yes,
supplement.
it's a miracle. Melatonin. Like I tell you people, no sleeping drug is good. You're smart or you're dumb. Okay, so now you hear me if you're smart. No sleeping drugs is good. All of it messing with your damn body, your natural body. Do you understand that it throwing you off is altering you? You have to understand, and later on, there's no way you can sleep without it. Once you start that regimen, you can never sleep again without the assistance of these chemicals. You have to understand that. Listen.
That helps them sleep. But without child-proof packaging, now kids are overdosing at an alarming rate.
You don't have to overdose on it, people. If you take it regularly, it gonna damage you. It gonna do harm to your body, period. No sleeping. Remember what they call sleep, people? How can you be that dumb? How can you be this stupid in life to take a medication that the government people put together to put you to sleep? Sleep is dead cousin. Do you remember that? Meaning that sleeping you're almost dead. You harder there, people. Why would you take a pill to sleep? It's stupid shit. Unbelievable. Do you know how much people take those pills and never wake back up? Okay, so tell me please, what did the medication do? What kind of science did it do to your body to put you to sleep? Wow, unbelievable dumb shit for the
Dr.
masses.
Cora Bruner is a pediatrician at Seattle Children's Hospital.
If we have it out and an inquisitive child opens the bottle, they can take in a number of these. And then the child gets sleepy and it's challenging for them to wake up, and then they wind up in the emergency room.
Yeah, that people, it's challenging for them to wake up. You hear what I tell you? Okay, so what happened? The adult, they're gonna wake up, but the baby won't. The youth won't wake up from it, but the adult will. You better wake your ass up. Like I tell you, people, those are dangerous chemicals they're feeding you for sleeping medication. Now they're telling you that you should be careful because the youth's getting a hold of it. You shouldn't have it in your house to begin with. That's the advice you should take. Throw them shits out of your damn house. You shouldn't have to take them. to fall asleep. That means something is wrong with you. That only gonna cover up the problem. It can't save you. It can't make you sleep earlier. Like I say, you're gonna have to take it. You can never get off that medication now. You have to depend on it to put you to sleep, period.
A new study reveals that 7% of ER visits were due to kids accidentally eating the supplement, which often comes in gummy form and tastes and looks like candy.
Yes, and why did they do that? You have to ask yourself, why would they put dangerous medication like a sleeping medication in a gummy with sugar on it and sweet? The same thing they show you for the supposedly diet weed. They make them in gummies with that sugar sprinkle on it. Why did they do that for a medication, people? That cold-blooded medication they call sleeping pills or sleeping medication. Why would they play around and put it in a candy form? Just exactly the reason why. For the youth to take it for candy. That's why they start putting drugs in gummy bears. Putting drugs in cookies. Call it edibles. What kind of dumb world we live in? You're making cookies that gonna attract the youths, and it got this deadly drug in it. Chocolate, candy, all of these things you're making with drugs. Things that attracted to the human being, the younger human being. Why did you do that? Like I say, you're just following trend to destroy the masses, and you don't get it.
Dr. Bruner warns parents who use melatonin to help their kids sleep too are taking a risk because the product...
some of them use it to make their kids sleep as well. Remember, I talk about it with them overdosing the youths with cough medicines and these over-the-counter medicines just for them to fall asleep so the mom and dad can get some time for themselves. What a wicked act. You shouldn't have no babies in this world if that's how you think. Move.
Is unregulated. Is it safe for parents to use melatonin to help their child fall asleep?
Listen.
It is not safe. There's no guarantee.
It's not safe for the grown folks to take it. Why would it be safe for the youths to take? It's simple thing there, people. Common sense. No human being shouldn't be taking that shit. Bam.
The product itself is not contaminated with another substance.
Still, sales have more than doubled in recent years. One survey found that almost half of parents give melatonin to their child to help them fall asleep.
Wow.
But
Why would you want the baby to fall asleep? What is that about? Why they just can't fall asleep naturally, people? Why? You don't get it. You're messing up their mind and their sleep pattern with all these things that you give them, their devices, all of these things. And now you need to give them a piece of supposedly chemical in a gummy form for them to fall asleep. What kind of regimen would you be hooking the youth on? They can't sleep, period, after that. What you think is affecting the adults taking these pills? They can't stop because they will never sleep again unless they take it. Why would you do that to the younger youths? Why?
Says it's better to teach kids how to fall asleep naturally.
Create an environment for them to rest and refresh every single night around the same time. Making sure that there's no screens in the room within an hour, hour and a half of bedtime.
There you go, people. This is what the problem is right there. Yes, but they will break it down to screen time because they can't take it away from the youth. Now they attached to it. That's their whole life. That was all by design. So now that's what control your youth and not you. You're saying something, this saying something, these things that they're interested in saying something, who you think they're going to take the message from? You better understand, that's what control your youths. You buy it, you put it in place, you make it happen, and your youth over to the government people. Bam.
New report is suggesting that some commonly used acne treatments may actually contain a cancer-causing chemical.
Bam. So you see, people, just sit by and listen and watch, and you're gonna see them come out with all these products that you usually use and attach to. They're gonna tell you have cancer-causing chemical in it. You don't believe me or not? They already tell you that any food that plastic in, that you eat, any food that involve plastic, and you see them plastic every damn food now. Okay, they tell you that, they release that to you. They didn't afraid to tell you that anything that the plastic involving is actually poisonous, contains some kind of chemical in your body. They're never scared to tell you about the PFAS that's in everything that you consume in. You understand what I'm saying? It comes to the time now, people, that they're going to tell you all of these things that you associated with is bad for your health. Remember, that's the same thing I've been telling you the whole time. Move.
A report found that benzene, a known human carcinogen, can form at unacceptably high levels in both...
No, people, that sound like chemical. What the fuck is a benzene? I already told you. Those are chemical. 100% in. All of them is peroxide. All of them is chemical. Wicked chemical that the human being shouldn't be attached to. Again.
Benzene, a known human carcinogen, can form at unacceptably high levels in both prescription and over-the-counter benzol peroxide products. Now, some could form more than 800...
Once you hear that name, you already know what it is, people. Benzyl peroxide. You know already what it is, people. That's wicked chemical. That's all they have to offer up on this earth. There is no naturality. They replace naturality with chemical. That's the substitute, people. The substitute to make you feel comfortable, to make you feel like you're at ease at home, where human being origins from. No, they take you to this foreign place where they have to imitate everything using chemical. That's why we die quick. That's why we infected with all these diseases and viruses and everything. They introduce that to the product. They introduce that to you with the products that you're using.
Times the FDA concentration limit. The report finds that high levels of benzene can form when products are stored or handled at high temperatures. That would be like leaving them in a car for a long period of time.
No, people, no, it's bullshit. So you're telling me that heat gonna set it off and that's why we have a problem here? No, it's bullshit. Wake your ass up. Listen.
They've also started a petition urging the FDA to request recalls and suspension of sales of some products.
Recall gonna help everybody. Recalling the product that you're taking in, what that gonna do for you? They can recall it out of your body? The answer is no. It damage already done. It's already did the damage once it's in your body. So please tell me what the recall gonna do for you. Oh, I got it. You will get a refund. What a damn joke for the masses. I'm gone.